The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. 4 yards the result on the first. Play from scrimmage. Second down.
There we go. Nice play, baby. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line. Let's go now. Get it all. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
49, check 49, check 49.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Down. Henry. X3. Check this guy. He's checking. He's checking. He's on. Watch the safety creep. 25, check 25, check 25.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on third down.
Kill. Check 26, check it.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Undercrush, undercrush. Check, check, check.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Vick is going to float this over the middle deep. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Begin to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Watch twist. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. So here's the mic. It's our time. It's our time.
They just get the play off. Now Vick. It's caught. Jones. Give him 32 on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here we go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down, Eckler, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 2nd and 7, Vick. This is caught. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, watch it. Alert flare.
Vick on the sneak. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up 1st downs.
Check 15. Check.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the 3-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
All day, every day, any day. Check, crunch, squeeze. Check 4.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down. 60 or.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Then again this time to the tailback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set 50, plant. Snap.
Throwing again on second down. Young going down the middle, and it's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Get wide. Check.
First and 10, Young. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Now again, right side. It's done. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Where we go? Switch. He's coming. We got time to look. Squeeze. Hey, Wahoo. Ready.
from the shotgun. It's Young, and he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A give. Eckler running to the right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 9, check 9.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's got shot. Mike 38, Mike 38. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 43.
From the gun, Vick. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, Young to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 19 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Slam. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Vick to throw it. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young now after the fumble recovery. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to loft one deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. So here's Vick following the interception. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
He's crazy. He's checking crap. Kill.
It's a play fake. Now Vick. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Vick operating on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Spawns. No. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Shifts by him. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wild Card bout. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Block the screen. Hey, stand up.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 78. Yards as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Now Young toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming in.
Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Devin White just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check. Go.
back, ready to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Shit. Check 99. Check 99.
From the gun, Vick. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready, set. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Leo.
First down, Young. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The outlaw.
Christian Travis. First down.
Young on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And a Buccaneer first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Then he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4. At the Falcons'
29-yard line. Hey, Steve 6.
On second down and 4, Young. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
He's checking.
They'll stay on the ground. Wilder again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal.
Back up.
Check 55 to mine.
Let go.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead they're going up. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called. And then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Check the...
Running on first down, Eckler. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Let's go! What's the plan? Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
6 yards. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Like 38. You don't know no better. Joker, Joker. Huh. Slam, slam, slam.
On 2nd and 12, Vick. He'll get this to Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Operating from the gun, Vick. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action now, Vick. He's going to sling this deep down. Touchdown, Falcons! In for the score. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy at his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's Young on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. A lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run here with Eckler. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Vick, 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Time to go. Night. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? I got one. 41.
Vick now after the fumble recovery. Escaping the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 16, Vick. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first down, done. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
7.
60 Mike. Man, I got you. 60 Mike. Come on, D. 60 Mike.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's back to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs.
60 Mike, 60 Mike, 60 Mike.
Young to throw. A strong running. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out. Get to overtime.
It got his man complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
SOS. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Vick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This to advance to the divisional round. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This to advance to the divisional round. And look at this. Catanzaro misses it left. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw in overtime here for Vick. On the screen, this is Eckler. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Check 52. Check.
Off the play fake, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Throwing, Vick. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift. Check 3. Check 3. Echo.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Now he's forced out left. Got some room at the 30, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here now, Johnny Townsend on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.